The amount of times I've tried to get Isaac to put the frickin' rug shampooer in here. Something in there, I don't fucking know. This is gonna be a fucking trash fire. Somebody check on that one. I could actually go for some fondue right now. We should do that. You know what? We're done with this.
You get to drink the cheese.
Let's just get some fondue. Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you get your ideas from? Oh, man, I got a million dreams. That's all I do is dream. All the time.
What I like about VR chat? I like having the ability to hang out with friends, the ability to socialize and build relationships, where normally it'd be a little tougher IRL. You can kind of express yourself a little bit better and, show who you really are in VR chat.
It would be the worlds and the people. Honestly, it's been like the best social experiment I've ever been in, where you go from being a complete loner to surrounded by a whole bunch of friends you never knew you had.
Honestly, it's even better than meeting people IRL. They're literally how they envision themselves, so they're more open, they're more responsive to talking more about themselves, presenting who they really feel that they are, as opposed to the face that they got to put on IRL.
I like VR because I've been able to hang out and meet new people from around the world. So I've got friends all over everywhere, and I really enjoy getting to see them in VR. It's super cool.
I mean, I met my boyfriend, who is now my fiance, through VR chat. It's very freeing. The feeling of going around in your normal everyday life, and you're feeling like you have to put a mask on in order to present yourself to people, like walking around in public. But VR chat, it's you put the mask on that you choose, and I have felt more of a freer person. And because of that, that has also progressed into real life. I'm now on hormones. I'm now just exploring different parts of myself that I didn't even know existed. Life is what you make it. You can make it whatever the hell you want. And giving me the options, I'm gonna choose this, I'm gonna choose this, and this is how I choose to present myself. And I'm having the time of my life in here.
And I'm thankful for the times we shared. I know I've been far away, but I'll come back to you when the times get rough and the going gets tough. And now it's true. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. upon the temple I climb and I crawl and wonder how much further I'll go. Ooh, feet that fall apart till I walk on my ankles. Can I finish? I just don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. mind if you cry on my shoulder? Remember the things that I told you. Darling, don't you cry, you gon' be alright. Leave it all behind. Take it off your mind. I know you've had to fight, but things are looking brighter. Let it go tonight. I know you need it. Dancing is healing. Love is the answer. Dancing is healing. Love is the answer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you need space, when you need time, when it gets heavy on your mind, when you lose faith, put your hand in mine, when it gets heavy. Dancing is healing. Love is the answer. Dancing is healing. Love is the answer. Dancing is healing. Love is the answer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you need space, when you need time, when it gets heavy on your mind, when you lose faith, put your hand in mine, when it gets heavy. Dancing is healing. Here in the now, we live above the shadows. For and somehow we are beautifully created.
Everything happens for a reason, but this reason's hard to take. As I'm learning to accept it, this bitter pill has lost its taste. I keep watching as you're walking away, subliminal feelings, mixing up the meanings. I'm exhausted, this house feels haunted, made friends with the demons. I count this as moving on, each day becomes a little less broken, a little more hopeful. Though you're gone, your ghost haunts me. I'm letting it happen, so I'm finding a balance. Trying to get used to all the changes, but the change is hard to bear. Putting new pictures in the frame, knowing it's different but the same. Watching your colors slowly fade away. I'll keep watching as you fade into gray. Subliminal feelings, mixing up the meanings. Exhausted, this house feels haunted. I made friends with the demons. I count this as moving on. Each day becomes a little less broken, a little more hopeful. Though you're gone, your ghost still wants me. I'm letting it happen, so I'm finding the balance.
fact that we all, no matter what we're doing, have the same goals, which is to create bigger and better experiences for everyone. We're not limited by things like prejudice or experience or money in here. The only thing you really need is the desire to want to create something. And that's when we're at our best, is when we are creating things for everyone.
I wanna be in this moonlight, back in time with you. Now we found love again. If only we could stay. Picture us in this moonlight, first times with you.
Oh man, what an incredible night. Thank you so much for coming to Defective Equipment. This actually concludes the night. This is day 2, this is the end, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Now, if you are not a part of the group, some of us have the Waterwolf group above our head, and you can also experience it right here with the group right here. Now, with that being said, you guys have a good night, and I hope to see you at all of our wonderfully cool events, because as we all say in Waterwolf, we do cool shit every day. We'll see you soon, friends. I'll see you later. Brain, no work. Oh, I know what I want to say. I just need to say it the right way without getting stuck. We have a great way of... God, okay, let's start over here.